Talk to me. You wrote that motherfucking.
Yeah,
that's a big ass boy. Talk about that.
You know what? Look, that was material that I prepared for my second album, right? My second album, it didn't have anything sexual on it. The plan was for it to just be balanced correctly, and it didn't have anything that was like soft to it. It was more about imperfections, Steve, right? So it's like me talking about, you know, being confused is the most vulnerable state for an artist in general. So I'm pointing to, growing up I was confused, my mommy's kissing a girl. Confusion occurs growing up in a cold world. And these are, it's not the coolest thing to write about. It's not the coolest thing to say from an artist's perspective. You can think of cooler things to say about ourselves. And I was trying to make that cool. Like my imperfections cool. Like, you know how when Big go, black and ugly as ever, however, I stay Gucci down to the socks. You couldn't say he was black and ugly as ever. If you did, it didn't matter because he said it on his hit. So if anybody said those things at any point later in my career, it left me in a place where I was secure because I did it first on this hit record. But I ended up giving those things, just being conditioned to write. I gave them the game. I gave them that record to launch Game's album.
You gave him 2 joints.
I gave him that.
This is how we do.
This is how we do. That was how we do. That record, I recorded it in California, and the only reason why Game album came out is because I wouldn't give them the song unless that was the single that they launched him with. Because Dre's such a perfectionist that he would have sat there longer. He had already spent a year in the studio with him. I spent 4 days recording with him because all I did was mute the things that I had for the new record. And I let him do Special and Church for Thugs and West Side Story. I had already got Snoop to write his verse on the record before I gave those records to Game. And then shit went left, man. You know, you go, I've seen worse shit in hip hop. I've seen like Bobby and Rowdy not be cool.